Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm cryptoFOXXY, and in this video, we are going to be diving into some technical analysis of Fetch.AI or FET, ASI Crypto, to see what's really going on with this AI coin. I know it's been a little bit struggling in terms of price action the recent last while, really. And is now the time to buy, or is it the time to sell? So let's find out. We're going to take a look at it in this video. So make sure you guys stick around, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Follow me on X as well if you are watching over there. I share insights on X. Sometimes I do YouTube videos, and some other times I just have some random posts, whatever, on X. So make sure you guys stay informed and subscribe to both. So let's take a look at this chart. So this is FET on the 1-day chart, and it's really showing us a ton of information here, and this is what we've picked up so far. So looking at the current price of FET, we're hovering around 51 cents, and what's interesting here is the RSI is sitting around 37.15, and it means that we're slowly approaching oversold territory. But we're not going to jump to conclusions just yet. The RSI isn't fully oversold, so really right now we're seeing signs of a potential relief rally. However, the volume's still pretty low, so any short-term gains may be weak unless we can get a solid injection of money, basically some positive catalyst to basically bring money into crypto. And in terms of in FET's price, if we do see a bounce, look for resistance around the 70 to 80 cent range. 70, I would say 70 to 72 cents, and then we're probably going to see it between 80 and 90 cents again. But that obviously is before the psychological barrier of $1, right? So it's gonna take a little bit to bounce back up to our normal normal price range. I'd like to see this thing at least over $1. I'd like to get back up to the $1.20 range. I know that seems like a long stretch, but really the way sometimes that crypto can move, it's definitely doable. Now, let's zoom out and take a look at the bigger picture here. We've had two major peaks in the last year. We saw one around March of 2024, and the other one was around November. I'm just going to get rid of that pop up there. So we see March 2024 was here. That's when FET basically announced their merger. And I know people are saying, oh, and the merger caused the price to fall. I don't believe so. I think there was a little bit of, I'm sure it caused a little bit of a sell-off. However, there was a ton of other macro factors going on here as well. A number of things are in play, and specifically the rest of the market. The rest of the market, a lot of my alts, the same. The charts look very, very similar. So we can't really say that the merger caused that solely, because I think the merger is going to be something that's going to be very beneficial, especially long term, for this coin. So anyways, we saw two major peaks in the past year. Since then, it's been pretty much in a downward spiral, forming consistent lower highs and lower lows. So basically in a downtrend in the long term. In the long term, the key area to watch is that $1 mark. Like I mentioned, breaking above that level could finally signal a meaningful reversal. Until we really get to that dollar mark, though, I don't see it's one of those things that we have to kind of start slow and have set goals that are achievable along the way. I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys it's going to be $3 tomorrow, because it's probably not going to happen. But until then, we're still very much in a bearish pattern until we see at least that dollar mark, in my opinion. Now, what to expect? So what can we expect moving forward? In the short term, we can see some relief rallies, but the trend still remains bearish. For long term, accumulating at these lows might be attractive if you believe in the project's long-term vision and long-term goals. And obviously the fundamentals are something that we have to pay attention to. And really, FET is delivering, and ASI have been delivering on a ton of things that they are basically developing right now. I don't know if you guys have taken a look at ASI 1 Mini. It's definitely something to take a look at. I've been using this thing every single day for help with like content creation and just automating things, and it has been a blessing. So keep in mind, downward pressure is still pretty strong on the charts, but as always, things can happen relatively quickly in crypto. You just never know what is going to happen. So I think that's why I like it so much. It's just it can be a bit unpredictable, but we can also take a look at historical data to try and figure out where things are headed, and that's pretty much what I'm doing here. So if you found this helpful, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel as well if you haven't already, and follow me on X. If you are watching there, I post my videos on both platforms. And let me know what you think below. What is your thoughts on Fetch.AI? Are we going to see a recovery here soon? I'd like to see something kick off at least before we hit the summer. Summer's kind of usually a little bit laggy in terms of crypto price movement. There's an old saying that's sell in May and go away, because people like to do, outside stuff, or family vacations, or have a little bit of a breather in the summer rather than worrying about crypto. But always, I'm here 365, and let me know down below what you guys think. Do you think we're headed for a reversal? Do you think this is the beginning of more downside? Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.